Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to Popternative. This is the podcast and talk show where we have digital discussions, worlds of TV, music, film, everything really depending on the guest. We talk about it all. As always, I'm your host, Peter Remoliotis. On social media, you know me as PD Beats. We're speaking to a artist from France. Her name is Requin Chagrin. We're speaking to her. Thank you for coming on the show. Bienvenue.
Thank you. Hello.
Your music has a lot of different sounds and a lot of different influences, but you really enjoy the 80s, correct?
Yes, I love the music from the 80s and it's really cool to play that sound.
Absolutely. Did you know that you were going to mix different genres of music, rock, pop? Because there's a lot of sounds going on when we listen to Requin Chagrin.
Yes, I like to do a mix between several influences like 80s music and 60s music too. And I like to mix all of this influence.
Absolutely. New record, Bye Bye Baby. New album is out. How excited are you? Excité?
I'm really happy to release this new album, and it's a really great thing to release this and share all the songs from this record.
How long have you been working on it for?
6 months.
Yeah. And are you happy with the final product? Did you listen to it in the studio before you put it out? Like, what do you think about the new album?
Yes, I'm really happy with this album, and I like the sound of this record, and I listen it several times with different speaker, and it's cool. I'm happy.
Absolutely. One of my favorite songs of yours is Déjà Vu. I think I like the keyboard in it and everything. Can you talk a little bit about that song specifically? Because that's a very popular song of yours. I just want to know what the story is about that song.
The story is about shooting stars.
Yep. Shooting stars.
And for the melody, I use a vintage synthesizer.
Synthesizers, yep, great.
Sorry for the French accent. and the sound of it was really dreamy, and I wanted to talk about shooting stars and déjà vu sensation.
Absolutely. Est-ce que ça c'est une chanson préférée pour toi?
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's difficult to pick one song.
It's very hard because there's a lot of different songs that you have as well too. Do you also want to make certain songs, like, there's going to be Requin Chagrin, like a style that you do that people know, but do you like experimenting and doing different sounds from time to time as well?
I like to use new instruments when I start recording a new album.
Yep.
Yeah. And I like for this one I use a lot of synthesizer, new effect pedals and echo, delay.
Yep.
Reverb, new stuff, and it gives me a lot of inspiration.
I think that's a big important part of your style, your sound, the reverb, the synthesizers. That's a huge part when we listen to it. People could also say, you pop, indie rock. There's a lot of different genres. Dream pop, les rêves, dream. What do you think about this when they say dream pop artist?
Dream pop it's a great term for my music. I think it's really dreamy and pop too. So it's okay for me.
Absolutely, no, it's great. You were talking about you like the artist of the 80s. Are there some artists of the the current, like maybe the 2000s, or some artists that you like you enjoy as well, whether they're from France or whether from North America, that you are very interested in terms of was there other influences besides just 80s? Like, were there some more newer artists that you enjoy as well?
Yes, I really like Molly Nilsson, John Moss.
Yeah.
I really like Canadian artists also, like Corridor, and a lot of things. I don't know.
No, there's a lot there. There's a lot of beaucoup de musique. There's a lot of good music out there now.
A lot of what?
There's a lot of good music out right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy as well. A lot of people can listen to your music all over the place. There's a lot of people that can listen to your music from all over the world. They can go on Spotify, Apple Music. You know what I mean? What do you think of the streaming? Because c'est nouveau ça un peu streaming. It's like, what do you think of the streaming of your music?
I think I'm happy with streaming because my music can travel everywhere and can be discovered by new people. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
What is your favorite thing about playing music?
Favorite thing or favorite instrument?
You can both. Favorite thing. Like, what do you like about being a musician?
I like to play in front of people, to meet people too, and I really like to play drums.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite instrument.
The drums?
Yeah, it's not my best practice. My best instrument.
Moi aussi, me too. My name is PD Beats, right? Because I play drums also. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
It's fun.
We can play together.
Yeah. Do you like electric drums? Because I have electric drums and I use them because it's more quiet. But I like the regular drum set, to be honest with you.
Me too. I think I prefer the regular drum.
Yeah, me too. When people listen to your music, what are you hoping they get out of it? You hope they enjoy it, but you hope is there anything specifically, any messages about your music that you want people to get out of it?
I think I want to comment dire, send a message from je sais pas comment expliquer. Que les gens voyagent.
Oui, yeah.
Escape.
Yeah, escapism. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And
forget the bad things and.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's really, really cool as well. You mentioned drums. I mean, the synthesizers, though. I want to get back to that a little bit because I was listening to Deja Vu before the interview as well, right? And I love that. That's not going to go away with Requin Chagrin, right? Like, you're always going to have synthesizers, do you think, in your music?
Oh, I think, yes.
It's important.
It's a good discover for me. It's a really great instrument, and there is a lot of sounds. Everything is possible, so I like that.
Your music has a lot of versatility, I think, in terms of where people can listen to it as well, because you have a lot of upbeat songs that people can dance to. You have some songs that could just be in the background at a coffee shop when people are just hanging out. That's cool too, right? Where your music has different kind of purposes and could be in different scenes and scenarios. That's cool too.
Yes, I think it's cool to. I'm happy that people can listen to my music. And dance, or just like you said, drink a coffee and talk to other person. It's so cool.
Do you ever think, but you don't really think about that stuff, right? Because you're very focused on making the music, right? So
yes.
Like it's tough because you're doing these interviews and I bring up all these things with other artists too, and you're not really thinking about those things when you're making the art. Like you're very focused when you make the album, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this interview. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
No problem. The album, Bye Bye Baby, they can listen. It's out now. It's disponible maintenant.
Yeah.
They can listen to it now, which is great. They can follow you on social media as well, right? Instagram, Twitter,
Facebook, and
Facebook.
Instagram.
Yep. Perfect. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Requin Chagrin's new record, Bye Bye Baby, is out now. Until next time, this is Requin Chagrin and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.